Hey everybody, Brent here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be continuing with our London system. So they played e6. So e6, if we play e4, that's what they're kind of hoping for, is they're a French player. If I play bishop f4, they actually have c5 immediately, which can be a little bit annoying. So e6 is actually trying to punish people that play bishop f4 on move 2. That's why we're going to start with knight to f3. It's a little bit more flexible in that case. b6. Now I think bishop f4 is good. I had to think about it for a second. Because c5 is a little bit less enticing when they've played b6. So bishop b7, we'll play e3. We're going to go for a diamond setup, especially because of bishop to b4. There's no reason to put a piece here. c3 is a nice move for us. All right, they move all the way back. Knight to d2, we're just going for a normal sort of setup here. So there's two ways we can play. I'm going to start with bishop to d3. And I'm going to ask if they're going to try knight h5. I'll let them for a move. So they don't do that. Instead, they kind of make me go crazy a little bit. I'm going to play h3. And if they play... Okay, well, I was not expecting that. I got to be honest with you. Okay. Let's play bishop h2. I'm thinking of bishop h2 or bishop e5. So if g4, I can just take it, and they can't take back because the rook's hanging. Let's just move all the way back. Interesting. So I will take it. And then I'll go bishop to g3. I know that seems like a waste of time, but I was just worried that knight h5 would be annoying. So I felt like I was going to waste the move somehow anyways. And I feel like this is the better way to waste the move. So, okay, what's going on here? They have some good development going. We're probably going to want a castle queenside. I think queen e2 or queen c2 are the most flexible moves right now. So I'm going to start with queen e2. This could be intentioning, or it could be with the intention of e4, e5. It could also just be to castle long here, which I don't want to keep out of the question. And also bishop a6 isn't stupid, is it? Getting this light square bishop off the board might be nice for us, but I think I want to just castle long. This could be very risky, castling long here. But, you know, we got to be ready for these types of things. We got to be okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm ready. Let's play bishop to a6 now. Get rid of this guy. This guy's a little annoying. It's hard to move this knight without g2 hanging. So if we trade those off, I think we're doing okay. Bishop c6, we just go bishop to b5, for example. Or we don't. Because controlling these few squares might be just really annoying. So might even be able to go for something else, like b4, b5 is really aggressive, but maybe it's not completely stupid. Yeah, or c4. Or e4. e4 is actually really interesting. e4, if they take, then I can go b3 and king b2. And how do they stop me from winning that piece? Let's go e4. Calculation is very important. So b3. And everything is just defended enough where I think this guy's trapped. Knight to a6. I just go king to b2, I believe. That guy is defended by my best friend, the queen. All right, and they take there. So I'll take with the knight. And actually, I kind of want to leave the bishop there too. I could go bishop b7, and I probably will next move if they allow me to. But it's also nice to blockade these pawns because I don't want them to start pushing and they gain space where my king is now open. because now my king is weak, but I'm up a piece. So there's a bit of an imbalance in that case. I think we do have a winning amount of material. So now I have bishop to b7, which I think is a very big amount of material for us. Yeah, we can take on c6 with check. They had to move the knight and give up the exchange there, and they resign. So that's fair. So let's look at that. I'm curious if I could have punished things in a different way. So b6, we should probably be playing e4, but we're playing London system setups, so we're kind of sticking to a somewhat consistent mode of development each time. I do want to like change things up in the way we approach the London systems, but if we're looking to kind of punish these things, we're gonna have to do like a d-pawn opening thing, like a run in the future, which I'm not opposed to. I actually would really like to do that. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Bishop to b7, e3. Yeah, and bishop b4 check is just a waste of time, right? Because when we play, like, we want to play c3. We're not really too upset to. And when they play this check, they're kind of letting us play c3, and then they play bishop e7. So just imagine you see this position, bishop e7, and then c3. Well, it's their move, right? But in the game, bishop e4, c3, and then bishop e7, it's our move. Same position, but we have c3 already played. And this is something that London players kind of want to play. So that's not really the most effective way to play here. So knight to f6, bishop to d3. I was actually preparing for knight h5, bishop g3. And I was considering playing something like this to see if they would actually ever take on g3. This doesn't look like it's very effective here, but I wanted to go for the plan of if they ever take, I take with the h-pawn, and then I try to target this h7 square. And maybe this has some drawbacks because of their bishop on b7, where it's actually looking at the side of the board. So it might be a little bit less comfortable to do that. So my instincts of h3 were probably something I should have stuck with here, but that's okay. So bishop d3, h6. This was really surprising because I was honestly not expecting g5. So bishop h2 is fine, g4. H takes, knight takes, and bishop g3 is actually the top recommendation, so I'm really happy with that. d6, queen e2, this all looks like it's good so far. Bishop a6 looks like it's okay. Again, I thought this would be effective because this bishop was kind of annoying, and again, the second it's traded off. I feel like we're okay. And e4, setting up a nice trap of b3 here, winning the game. We could have also actually played king c2 and rook a1, but I thought b3 was just as, like, it was also fine. As we can see, it clearly turned out okay. So yeah, and then bishop to b7 finished things off. Actually, bishop to b5 is maybe cleaner because there's not really a good way to do anything here, is there? This like bishop b7 wins a exchange. They move the knight somewhere, and then I take the exchange. But bishop b5 actually does just win the piece because after bishop b5 and like queen d7, we have queen c4 or d5, and we're winning much more than just a piece. So that's kind of a nice little nuance there. But hey, we ended up winning, and yeah, all we did was just focus on development and try not to play too crazy. So that was good, and that's just a reminder. Focus on that development. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.